Hi, my name's Caitlin Shepard. For this assignment, I decided to interview a registered nurse. Her name's Natalie Wright, and to be more specific, she's a nurse in the cardiovascular critical care unit at Inova Fairfax Hospital. In order to become a nurse, Natalie went to Shepherd University for 4 years and got her bachelor's degree in the science of nursing. And then after she graduated from Shepherd, she had to take a state board NCLEX exam and pass that. Um, then once Natalie started working at Inova Fairfax, she also got her basic life support licensure and her advanced cardiac life support licensure. Um, so Natalie, Natalie's unit, they get patients that typically are just got out of heart surgery. So once the patients come to her, she monitors their vitals, gives them medications as needed, helps them with other activities of daily living if need be, and they also try to get the patients up and walking as soon as possible. So that's another part of what she does. She chose this profession because of her own past healthcare experiences. And she also said that she always had a desire to help others. Things that she likes about her career are um, working with her patients, and she says that it's really rewarding um, when you get to see someone go home and they had a successful surgery and they get to leave happily with their families as a healthier version of themselves. So it's a very rewarding field, she says. One disadvantage of her career is she said that they're often short staffed. So this makes it harder for her to provide the best quality care to her patients because instead of having 4 to 5 patients in one day, she could have 6 or 7. So for obvious reasons, that's hard on her. So creates a lot of stress. Um, The mission statement of Inova Fairfax Hospital is to improve the health of the diverse community it serves through excellence in patients' care, education, and research. Um, she said that there's definitely teamwork involved in her career. She said the team would consist of the patient, the family members, the nurses, the surgeons, um, physician's assistants, nurse practitioners, techs, and all of those people work together to come up with a care plan for the patient, which establishes a common goal to get the patient better. And it takes each of those people's unique set of skills and knowledge to make that happen. So she said teamwork's definitely an important factor in the healthcare industry. Types of challenges that she faces, she said it's very stressful considering that an error in her day to day work could lead to someone dying. I mean, that definitely adds stress. She said that she copes with this by just having confidence in what she does, and if she doesn't know about something, she asks or she asks for help. So that's how she deals with that. She said another challenge she faces is often unhappy family members or patients, people being really needy. So, um, so Inova Fairfax is in the top 5% in the country for heart and vascular care. So she said that they are also listed in America's 100 Greatest Hospitals in 2015. Um, they were nationally recognized for atrial fibrillation for their atrial fibrillation team. So yeah, they have some pretty good credentials, and she said that all that knowing all these things motivates her being part of that organization with all these good credentials to motivates her to be a better nurse and do her job. Just as any other organization, Natalie said that change is definitely something that occurs. Um, she said that the individuals that have worked there longer are the ones who are more stubborn about change because they've been there for so long. They're used to doing things the way that they have. They think that it works well, and then a new unit coordinator will come in that's never worked at Inova Fairfax and want to change things up. And she said that the older nurses will typically get a little fragile about this because they're used to doing things the way that they have, and they're like, I don't like that this person who's so new is just going to come in and try to tell us how to do our job a different way when we've been doing it this way for so many years and it's been working just fine. So she said that it's typically the older employees, the ones that have been there for a long time, that don't handle change as well, which makes sense. Another thing Natalie said is that her unit director is very good about asking the nurses, the frontline staff, about suggestions whenever um, she considers making a change. So she said that Inova Fairfax is really good about that, being open for suggestions from the frontline staff. So there are some rewards and recognitions that kind of serve as incentives. She said that there's the Daisy Award for exceptional patient care. There's also continuing education awards, the Inova Nursing Excellence Scholarship, and all of these awards you get nominated by doctors, family members, patients, or other staff members. So these kind of things do serve as an incentive to do your job well. Um, there's also, she said they use satisfaction surveys, and they're done by the patients to evaluate the care that was provided to them while they were there. So knowing that your patient's going to be doing a satisfaction survey at the end of their stay at the hospital definitely motivates you to stay on top of things and provide them with the best care that you can, because if you get a bad review, then that could end up affecting your job. So when I asked this nurse to define in her own words what high performance is at her institution, and what the top 5 driving factors were that contribute to to her definition of high performance, she said that safely providing the best possible care for the patients would be what is considered high performance at her institution. And she said things that contribute to this would be being a nurse that's in it for the right reasons, not for the pay or anything like that. Just your heart is in the job. You really care about your patients and you want them to get better. Um, she also said having the supplies that she needs on the unit are essential for her to complete this high performance. She said that a nurse with good communication, that's another factor that would contribute to reaching this high performance. And she also said patient engagement. So, really taking the time to sit down and see what your patient's specific needs are and what they expect from you as a healthcare provider. So, when I asked this nurse um, what to look into the future and what the next 5 years would hold for her career and for her organization, she brought up the fact that the baby boomers are getting older. So there is an upcoming increase in the demand of healthcare because you're going to have all these older people, and as you get older, you need healthcare. So she said, brought up that it was going to be her generation of nurses taking care of these baby boomers. So she said to kind of prep for this, well, an attempt to prep for this upcoming increase in the demand of healthcare. Her organization and many other healthcare organizations worldwide are doing research to try to find out why there's always such an understaffing issue with nursing, because this is a problem that's going to need to be solved with all these baby boomers coming in, and they're going to need health care. I chose to interview a nurse because I've always had a personal interest in nursing. It was a career that I once considered, and maybe even in the future still will go back to that. But so I looked at this assignment as an opportunity to learn more about the career. And that's all. Thank you for listening.